We're going to win with every single facet. We're going to win so much, you may even get tired of winning. And you'll say, please, please, it's too much winning. We can't take it anymore. Mr. President, it's too much. And I'll say, no, it isn't. We have to keep winning. We have to win more.
So we got a ton of the Batman Part 2 news and the Penguin spin-offs and so much more, so here we go. The Penguin will bridge the gap between the Batman and the upcoming sequel, which is weird because I heard a whole bunch of Snyder cultists living in their mom's basement jerking off to anime porn telling me, well, truth, the Batman Part 2 is going to get cancelled because James Gunn is jealous of Matt Reeves. Like, why would James Gunn be jealous of Matt Reeves when James Gunn is literally fucking running the entire DC studios, you fucking morons? But again, that's a whole nother issue. Welcome to the Batman Epic Crime Saga. That's what director Matt Reeves and his producer partner Dylan Clark internally dubbed their DC expansion plans. Ooh, I like this. The nipples are getting hard. The duo hopes to launch a universe of movies and shows that branch off from the 2022 Robert Pattinson-fronted Dark Knight film. And it begins with Colin Farrell's return as Oswald Cobblepot on the new series The Penguin, debuting in September on HBO and Max. And I quote, "It's a Scarface story." Lead writer and showrunner Lauren LaFranc tells Entertainment Weekly, "It's a rise to power story of Oz before he really makes it to the top." Set 1 week after Pattinson's The Batman, which saw Paul Dano's Riddler blow up the seawall to flood Gotham City, The Penguin centers on the intense power vacuum that formed from the death of mobster Carmine Falcone, played by John Turturro. "We're in Oz's world," LaFranc says. "We're living in the underbelly of the city. Oz is a mover and a shaker. He can't always be trusted. He's very smart and very methodical, but he's also extremely impulsive. You can't predict what he's going to do." Again, I really like this, bro. It's so weird because at first I was like, the Penguin series, why the fuck are they making that? Like, that sounds like trash. But now I'm like, oh my god, I can't wait to see this shit. Reeves and Clark originally set out to chart a spin-off series focusing on the Gotham City Police Department with Boardwalk Empire creator Terrence Winter on writing duty. They also experimented with an Arkham Asylum concept. As we were writing the movie, The Batman, I was like, hey, you know what? I think there are some cool shows that we could do. Reeves recalls, "It was actually why I wanted to make our deal at Warner Brothers. The executives at HBO offered their guidance. They were like, we like what you're doing and we want to learn and we want to lean harder into the marquee characters," Reeves notes. While those two early concepts did not move forward, elements of the Gotham PD treatment made their way into it, which is what is now the Penguin. What's interesting is that the movie, the big red herring of the story, it seems like the person they're looking for that Riddler is pointing to pointing out to be must be the Penguin, some kind of informant, Reeves explains. "This movie creates a power vacuum, and because Penguin is so underestimated, people don't really see who he is." Yeah, because Oswald Cobblepot in the Batman movie, Oswald is always treated like a lesser character, it's Oswald Cobblepot. No one takes him seriously, so why the fuck should we be worried about him? But obviously, as we can see, you should be very concerned and worried about this character because he is rising to power and he's really ruthless, which is something that we really don't see that side of the Penguin. We always see the comedic side or the monster side if we talk about Tim Burton's Batman portrayal. But here, I like the fact that he's basically like Tony Soprano from The Sopranos and just does not give a fuck. He will murder you and your entire family. He adds, "We wanted it to be not in a grandiose way, but in a mythic Shakespearean way. This kind of great tale." Farrell was eager to dig into the aspects of Oz we didn't get to see in the Batman, from flashbacks to his childhood to his current relationship with his mentally disturbed mother, Deirdre O'Connell, who plays Oswald's mother. I don't know the actress, so. "I love doing the part in the Batman film and the idea that we could get spoiled by having 8 hours to really delve into this character's psychology and backstory," the actor says. "Backstory plays a big part in the television series." Good, because I want to see the backstory of Oswald Cobblepot. Again, all of this sounds very, very intriguing. The backstory also includes Carmine's daughter, Sophia Falcone, who returns to Gotham after a stint at Arkham Asylum. Ooh, she adds a distinct touch of madness to the proceedings. Ooh, I like that. They're two survivalists who have been immersed in worlds of duplicity and defeat and violence, Farrell says of Oz and Sophia. They're very suspicious. They also have a very personally connected backstory. So you know what that means. Personal backstory. We are getting Oswald Cobblepot back shots. Sex scenes in the Penguin confirmed. Maybe fucking Zack said Snyder directed this. The obvious question is whether Pattinson shows up, which I think he will. Not surprisingly, everyone we asked adhered to the rules of the criminal underworld. No snitches for what it's worth. The show mostly plays out in the broad daylight while the Bat only operates at night, but don't count him out just yet. Let me save you the suspense. Robert Pattinson will show up most likely at the final episode of the season. I'm putting money on it. We are the bridge between the two films, LaFranc reveals, referring to the Batman and Reeves' sequel slated for 2026. We're going almost directly into the second film Matt has planned. Listen to me right now, bro. This sounds amazing. I love it. As you all know, I wasn't the biggest fan of the Batman when it first premiered, but now rewatching it over and over again, I'm really starting to warm up to the film. I really like it. Still not perfect, but with the sequel coming out in the Penguin series, I think they could really perfect this show and the sequel and really make this Batman trilogy something special, something that can really stand toe-to-toe with Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight trilogy. So count me in. So that's going to be it. Hit like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Discord, TikTok. This is Ashley. Someone that comes below. What do you think of all of this news with the Batman Part 2, the Penguin series, and maybe future spin-offs in the Matt Reeves Batman world, which only tells me one thing, that Matt Reeves is not going anywhere, and I love it. Love you all. Stay safe. Truth out.